What's up, everybody? It is your favorite YouTuber, and I am here to make a video about how to get into Star Citizen. If you've made it this far, if you're watching this video, then clearly something is wrong with you. Nobody should get involved in this dumpster fire of a project, but we're here. So I'm excited for you. You're about to join a fraternity of bad decision makers and people who are irresponsible with their money. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to the robertspaceindustriescom website. Of course, that is incredibly easy to spell and type very quickly. And I have provided a link in the description of this video. So you're in luck. You can just click that link and it will take you to the enlistment page using a referral code. This referral code is my referral code, full disclosure. Using it will get you 5,000 extra in-game gold and will potentially get you other benefits depending on if there's an active promotion going on. The month of November 2021, there is actually, if you use this referral code to sign up, not only will we get the $5,000 of in-game extra money, but you will get the Argo MPUV, which is the actual 2021 ship of the year. So that is quite exciting. Fill this out, enter your call sign. This is what you'll show up as in-game, your email, password, date of birth, and then of course this referral code, which will be populated for you, and you enlist. So now you have an account. That's a good start, but you won't be able to actually participate in Chris Roberts' masterpiece unless you actually give him lots of money. So next thing you have to do is actually sign into your RSI account. Just go to robertspaceindustries.com homepage and you can click the account thing here on the top right and sign in. And here we are. This is our wonderful experience logged into the RSI website. Top right, you can click account and this menu flies out. And from here you can access your hangar, which is the list of all your ships and your settings, all sorts of stuff like that. However, to actually play the game and participate in it, you need to buy the game. Believe it or not, if you buy the game now, you get to participate in the alpha. This game has been an alpha for, I think, 20, 28 years now. So you'll have to go to the pledge store, link is right here, and you have to make sure that you actually buy a game package. There are standalone ships, and of course, they're not easy to find. You have to go to extras, standalone ships. They're not actually under the ships menu. If you go to the ships menu, you will get presented with a wonderful interface where you can browse all the different ships from all the different in-game manufacturers, of course, most of which you cannot buy because with Star Citizen, they've created this concept of false scarcity, so only a few ships are actually ever available to purchase at any one time, except for the yearly expo, which is coming up in just a few weeks. So get excited for that. It's going to be fun. For now, though, you've got your account, you want to play, so you got to go to game packages. It's important to buy a game package with the game you want to play. You may be saying that's confusing, but the reality is there are two games. Cloud Imperium Gaming is making Squadron 42, a single player experience, and they are making Star Citizen, the giant sandbox of a galaxy that you can fiddle around with after you've beat the single player game and you're wondering what meaning your life has left in it. So go to the game packages, buy a game package. It looks like the cheapest one right now is 45 bucks. Beware of ones like this that say Squadron 42 standalone. That means that it doesn't actually come with a ship. You're just buying Squadron 42. Again, that is the single player component. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. You want Star Citizen. So click on one of these, find out what it comes with. If you look in here, clearly you can see that this comes with an Aurora MR, which is a little tiny spaceship, and it comes with $1,000 and Star Citizen. You want to look for that Star Citizen digital download. That is fantastic. Make sure you get that. Make sure you get a game package that has that. So game packages, you've chosen one, add it to your cart, check out. Now you're actually golden. You've got the account, you've got a game package, you should be able to play now. Now that you've made your account and purchased your first game package, it will probably take you to the My Hangar section of the website. From there, you'll be able to see your game package. That's fine. Now it's time to actually download the game. From here, I would probably scroll up to the top of the website, click on the games menu, and click on Star Citizen. From there, I would click Play Now. I'm doing this all from memory, by the way, from 8 years ago. And then you'll probably be presented with a screen that looks like this. And and click download. So you have an account, you've purchased a game package, and you've downloaded the installer. Make sure that when you install the game, you specify to put it on an SSD. This game will not perform well on mechanical disk drives. In fact, don't install it on mechanical disk drives. I'm just going to say that. Make sure you have an SSD. Make sure you have a fast rig. The game is not fast. It's not a discredit to your slow aging piece of crap PC. It's more that the game just isn't written that well and is mostly single threaded and just runs like shit. I have, a fairly new AMD Ryzen Gen 3 3900X with an RTX 3080 founders, and the game still runs like crap on my computer a lot of the time. So you need a really fast computer to get the most out of it and make sure it's installed on an SSD. So you get here and the launcher runs and you just log into it. And we are logged in. So let's go ahead and launch this thing. And I'm probably going to do a bunch of quick edits here because, well, launching the game can take a while. Here we go. We're in. This is fantastic. And I'm excited. And you will click Persistent Universe. You will pick a location. It's probably going to put you through the character customization thing. I always just accept the default because it frequently forgets anyways. So don't invest any time there. Click Visit. If it asks you to select a location, there's a few. There's Lorville, there's Area 18, there's New Babbage on Planet Microtech, and there's probably the Orison landing zone on the Planet of Crusader. Let's see which one I end up at. And then that's the one you will have seen in my video. You can say, I know that one. That's the one I saw in that video. Okay. Don't worry. We'll speed this up in post. Here we are. Looks like we're waking up in a habitation unit, which is pretty normal for this game. If you join the game after 3.15 has launched, you'll be playing a slightly different game, and you'll probably wake up naked in a hospital. But this is still 3.14 RON as of the time of me recording this, so I woke up in one of these little habitation rooms. Okay, let's head out and go to an elevator. First things first, the game handles like any first-person perspective game. So if you play FPS games, you're going to know how to play. It's W, S, A, D. Okay, forward, back, sidestep left, sidestep right. Space is jump. Crouch in an FPS game is either C or control. Let's see what it is. It's control. Yep, there you go. So you already know the teabag button is control. You can probably change all of this in the options. Speaking of which, a few things I do change right away in graphics. Make sure it's set to your native resolution probably. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Field of view. That's usually like on 80. I don't know why. Obviously, you want to be able to see as much as you can, so jack that up. Motion blur, super annoying. Turn it off. VSync, up to you. Doesn't really matter. You'll get some tearing, but only if you're throwing a lot of frames at the screen. Sharpening, no. Chromatic aberration, no. This is like a leftover from the CryEngine. Chromatic aberration is actually a bad thing. In real life, chromatic aberration exists when you use bad photography equipment. It's cheap lenses produce chromatic aberration. It's purple and blue fringing you get on the edges of contrasting areas. As a photographer in my semi-professional life, chromatic aberration just means that the person used cheap equipment. If I see it, I go out of my way to get rid of it. Whoever developed the CryEngine thought that adding chromatic aberration to the game world would make it look cinematic and real. But no, just don't do that. That makes it look... You don't want that kind of cinematic feel. Same with film grain. It may make it look more cinematic, but why? If this is a video game, let's have perfection. We're not constrained by the limits of physical lenses like we are in the real world. So I turned CA off, I turned film grain off. What else do we have here? Game settings. There's a bunch of these that are going to be annoying that I have to go through every time and turn off. There's like pilot look ahead, which is annoying as hell, where the game will automatically turn your head for you if it thinks there's something interesting on the screen. turn that off. You only just turn that off in a bunch of places. Let's see what we got here. I don't know. There's also like some landing assist bullshit that you'll probably want to turn off. Turn off camera shake completely. Go through here, turn all the stuff off. If you forget, don't worry about it, because you know what? The game crashes often enough that who knows. So FPS controls, that's really it. Shift, you can configure obviously to be a toggle or a hold. I always have mine as a hold. F4 is your camera. So if you need to get out of your body and have an outer body experience, F4. There's 2 different cameras, and each one of them is customizable. Get into that maybe later. What you need to press a lot in this game is F. F is the interaction key. So how do you touch the world? F. So you hold F and then move your mouse around. It's super not easy and it's super annoying, but it gives you the ability to be precise with what you're clicking exactly. I clicked on the button that said lobby. This elevator went down to the lobby, and here we go. We're going to pick up some hair product, and we're probably going to pick up some handcuffs, because, well, when you're bounty hunting, it's important to have handcuffs and lube. So we're going to run through here. We must be on some space station somewhere. The hab is always in the same part of the space station as the hangars, so we're going to go straight to the hangars. They're usually in the security area. Look for the area labeled security. You can eat in this game. There's no reason to, though. You'll never be alive long enough to need to eat. But they have white hot dogs. They have burritos. They have sodas. There is eating and drinking in this game. I've never had to do it. I've never been alive that long. Oh, here, look. So where are we? So we are clearly in space, on some kind of space station. We are overlooking a planet. And you can see the planet. All the planets in this game are simulated. They rotate around the sun. The only solar system in the game so far is the solar system Stanton. The main star is called Stanton, and there are several planets around it. So they all rotate. It's fully simulated. They have day-night cycles. It's brilliant. Like I've said, this project is a dumpster fire, and the game's incredibly buggy and unstable. But I'm still here after all these years because sitting on a planet watching the sunrise and sunset is one of the most beautiful things you can experience in an online gaming experience. So super cool. I recommend it. Anyways, we'll continue to the security area, where we will find terminals for spawning ships. These are sometimes referred to in the community as ASOP terminals. I don't know why. Again, we're going to hold F. That's our button that allows us to interact with things. And we're going to click. And we are going to pick a ship. Now, if you've bought 123 ships, this can be difficult for you because there's a lot to choose from. If you've bought... Actually, do I have an Aurora? Who makes the Aurora? Is that Robert Space Industries? Yes, they do. So let's say you bought that Aurora MR. You will click Retrieve, and you'll wait, and you'll be assigned a station, a hangar, a pad, whatever. Pad 1. So again, back away from the terminal. It's sticky. It doesn't want to say goodbye to you, so you have to hold S until it lets go of you. And then turn around and hit up one of these elevators. Pad 1. Again, interaction key F. And pad 1. Here we go. This is exciting. I'm excited. I feel like I'm playing the game for the first time ever. And I'm doing it for you guys. You're welcome. This handrail slots in to... Oh god, it missed. It missed the... Oh, it doesn't fit. Okay, don't look at the handrails. That will annoy you for the rest of your life. There's little things you'll notice in the verse that just aren't right. What you will notice, though, right away is the scale of it. The scale of Star Citizen is mind-blowing. Like, literally, my mind is blown. Super blown. Okay, we're going to get in this ship. I don't think I've actually ever flown this ship. We're going to get in it. When you interact with things, don't be impatient. If you've held F and clicked the thing and it doesn't seem to be going, just wait. If you try to move around or issue intermediate commands in the middle, it'll screw up the game and probably put you in a weird state. So again, interaction key F to interact with the seat. We're going to click Enter Pilot Seat. And this ship is designed so that you have to squeeze around the side of the chair. So in real life, this is a ship I probably wouldn't fit in. So once you're in, you can press R's in Robert once, and that will do a full system on. That turns on everything you need to know. That's all I'm going to teach you today. You will need to know how to turn on engines or shields or weapons independently later, but I'm not going to teach you that. And that's it. The ship's on. I'm going to hold Z temporarily to disconnect my looking from my movement, and that allows me to look around. So you can see my hands are on the sticks, and we're here. We're ready to go. I am releasing Z. Now, without Z held down, just in regular configuration, wherever my mouse goes is where my ship will turn. So we're still on the pad, but the engine's on. We are going to press space, tap it, feather it, hold it a little bit.
Takeoff complete.
But space thrusts us up. So now we're dealing with space controls. Spaceflight controls with the default mouse and keyboard configuration are pretty much similar to any FPS game, right? W moves you forward. S moves you back. Although you have inertia in space, you have to wait for your ship to slow down first.
Thank you, and please visit again.
A makes you go left, D makes you go right. Let's go to external camera so you can see that. And the mouse turns. So the mouse wiggles you around wherever you want to point. And then once your mouse is pointed to where you want to go, again, W goes forward. And again, S goes back. But if you have some velocity behind you, you'll have to wait till you come to a stop. That's it. Let's look at A, sidestep left, D, sidestep right. Cool thing about this game is the way they've modeled a lot of that. For example, with these little small vectoring thrusters, when I need to go up with spacebar, you can see thrust below me. When I need to go down, which is actually control or crouch button, you'll see they thrust that way. When I need to sidestep left, you'll see the thrust pointing to the right, sidestep right. So they did a good job of modeling all these little tiny vectoring thrusters that kind of give you visual cues about your ship. Really, the only other flight controls you'll need to know are Q and E. Often also used in first-person shooters, but Q and E are roll. Q is roll left, E is roll right. And that's it. You're a pilot, Harry, as they say in Star Trek. You might want to press N every once in a while to bring up your gear. You know what? Doesn't matter. You can fly with your gear down. Don't let them make fun of you. You do you. That's it. Mouse wheel sets your maximum thrust, maximum velocity. You can see it here on the left side of my cockpit with this vertical bar. As I scroll my mouse up, my little box goes up the meter. As I scroll my box down, it stays down. I always leave it at the intersection there where red meets blue. They used to call that standard combat maneuvering speed, SCM speed. So if you hear people say stay at SCM speed, that's where you want to stay. But it represents the max of how much you can throttle. So when you're in a hurry, you can throw it way up, and then it'll let you accelerate to that. Let's see how fast this little Aurora MR can get. With the thrust limiter all the way up, we can get up to about 1,200 meters per second. That's pretty damn fast. I can tap C if I want for cruise control. It keeps it there. I can now let my finger off the W key. You know, you don't want to wear out your W key. I'll take cruise control off. But for most flight operations, and especially when dogfighting, you want to stay at SCM speed, right down here. Now, we've brought the thrust limiter back down with the scroll wheel down to the SCM point, but it's going to take us some time to bleed off of all that speed. We can press we can press S to pull back a little bit. That'll help slow us down. Once we get below that line, you'll see that from now on, obviously, we can't thrust at a speed any faster than the thrust limiter. I'm probably using the wrong words. Doesn't matter, you know what I mean. That's it. Left mouse fires your guns. Right mouse button will fire your secondary guns if you have any. Missile mode is you press in on mouse 3. That's pressing in on your scroll wheel. And if you have missiles, you can fire them. Then with your mouse button, they go out. Pretty cool. What else? That's it. That's the game. Moby Glass. Moby Glass is where you'll do things. It is the little holographic projector on your wrist. You open it by pressing F1. There are sub-tabs in Moby Glass. You can get to them directly by other hotkeys. For example, F2 will take you directly to the star map. F11 will take you directly to the comms tab, where you can request landing and talk to people, stuff like that. Contract Manager is this one in the middle. I actually don't know what the hotkey is to go directly into Contract Manager. This is where you can accept quests. Never go into the personal tab. All these quests are bad guy quests. So if you do these quests, you're a bad guy. But general or the happy guy, good guy quests, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types. Delivery, you can pick up some stuff from one place, drop it off at another. Delivery quests are the best way to learn the game. You'll get to learn about how to use the quantum system. You'll learn about how to get to all the different planets. You'll learn how to pick stuff up, how to put it in your ship, how to fly it around, how to drop it off, and you'll get to see a lot of cool sights. They're also low risk. You don't lose anything when the game crashes. Other quest types, you stand to lose quite a bit if the game crashes, especially shipping and hauling. And let's look at how you get places. If you want to fly somewhere, you can just fly there, but this universe is huge, so it may take hours to get there. Obviously, if it's another planet, you actually probably won't ever get there in real life time. But let's say we want to go to this moon outside of where we are. We can click on it in the star map. Again, F2, zoom in and out. Zoom as close as you can. The game is weird. If you zoom too close, stuff like disappears. It gets obscured by this weird cloak. I don't know. This game's garbage. But click the planet, click set route, and that'll help your quantuming computer. You don't have to set a route if you don't want, but it helps. And then tap B as in boy. Point yourself directly at it, and your quantuming system will calibrate and spool. When it is 100% on both, keep yourself pointed there, count to 3, pause a little bit, and then hold B for a full second. We're now quantuming. We're a rocket man. And the F4 key is also external camera, even in ship mode. We're here. Tap B again to turn your quantuming computer off. Quantuming computer is very buggy. If you can't seem to quantum somewhere, clear your route and just try to free quantum. Free quantuming is when you don't use the map to set a route and you just tap B. If you just press B without setting a route, it'll show you everywhere you can quantum to. Everywhere in the currently accessible solar system around you. Look at all these points. Look at all these places we can go. You can lock in on any that you have line of sight to. Let's go ahead and land. Let's pick a spot. What is this over here? Shubin facility? Sure, let's go there. Again, the fonts don't even have contrast or drop shadow, so you can't actually see. They kind of fixed that in 3.15. I think I picked something on the other side of the moon, so we're probably going to be in the dark. That's okay. I want to get this wrapped up. But W, A, S, and D, just like you're flying a human. Fly your ship like you're flying a human. I'm not going to get into things like coupled and decoupled mode because this video is for people that just need to get into the game and are brand new. So let's go in. I'm actually keeping my quantum computer on for a moment just so I have a visual waypoint of where to go to. Some moons have atmospheres, some don't. The ones that don't, you will probably crash into the first time you land there because you'll come in way too hot. This one does not, and I'm definitely coming in way too hot. So we're gonna, by the way, shift, you know how shift is run in first person mode? Well, shift is also run when you're in your ship. Makes your engines go a little bit harder. Here we are, we're coming into Shubin Processing Facility, SPAL 12. I love SPAL 12. It's not as nice as SPAL 11, but it's a good one. We're going to turn off our quantum computer. We're going to press N to lower our gear. And we're going to land. This place looks friendly. So we're going to come right here. And we're going to go down.
Landing complete. Engines are off.
Turn the engines off, pressed I for that. Okay, to get out of your seat, here's the trick. You got to press Y for like at least half a second. It's not a quick tap, but it's not a long hold. Somewhere between a quick tap and a long hold, but just tapping it won't do it, so it's at least half a second to a second and a half press. We're here now, walking around in our ship, hooray. Hey, there's a bed if we want to sleep in our ship. Exit stage left. Now, it's going to want to do the animation for you. Don't actually try to run out of the ship after you've clicked exit. That's it. There's our ship. The Aurora MR. Okay, now we're just gonna, from here on out, it's just a standard FPS game. We're gonna go in here, and we're gonna do some stuff. Your weapons are 1 and 2. I couldn't show you them in the space station because that was considered an armistice zone. You can't actually pull out your stuff in an armistice zone. Once they are out, if you want to put them back, you can hold R. Hold R for a second and a half, all your guns go away. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I'm not going to get into how to equip stuff because that's about to change in a week with 3.15. There will be plenty of videos for that. I'm not going to do a video on how to play 3.15. There are other YouTubers you can follow for that stuff. So these guys are my friends. So I'm going to kill them all. The AI is miserably inconsistent. Also, don't be like a normal Call of Duty player. Don't reload before you have to. If you do, that kind of fucks up how your magazines work. And then you end up with a bunch of magazines that are like half full, and then life is just miserable. Because in the Moby Glass is where you equip all this stuff, and it's one of the worst experiences you'll ever experience in a video game. I think I've said hello to everybody. Let's go upstairs. Yep, I hear the AI doing crazy shit. What are they doing? The AI does some crazy shit in this game. Is there anybody in here? Let's check out the server room. Ah, they cleaned it up. I'm glad. There used to be a bunch of cables on the ground. But OSHA probably came through and said, hey, people are tripping. Lots of insurance claims. Huh, insurance claims. Let's not get started on that. People are shooting at me, even though they can't see me. So we're gonna... Oh, I committed a crime. Not sure. Oh, God. Yep, you too. Crime. You know what? Maybe I should... I'm not sure. It's possible I shouldn't be killing these guys. Assaulting. Did I assault? I think I assaulted somebody. They're dead. They're all dead. So one cool thing in this game is once you do get crime stat, you actually can go to... Is this a security bunker? I don't think this is a security bunker. You can go to security bunkers. There's a few of them in the verse. You can actually clear your crime stat. That's it. I need to say goodbye. This video has been way too long. Thank you for watching. If you decide you want to participate in this beautiful train wreck, please use the link in the description. It'll get you going. Plus, it gives you a bunch of perks. You will not get those perks if you do not use that link. And that's it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. After watching this, you should know how to sign up for an account to play Star Citizen, purchase a game package to get you into the verse, download the installer, log in, and we talked about a few of the basic controls for moving around and getting in and piloting your ship, and also landing and killing people. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, click subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the verse.